Want to get this briefing by email? Here's the sign up. Good evening. Here's the latest. Tom Brenner, The New York Times. 1. Chief of Staff John Kelly made a somber appearance in the White House briefing room. In an emotional defense of President Trump's much-criticized call to an Army widow, he said he had told the president what he was told when he was informed of his own son's combat death in 2010. He knew what he was getting into by joining that 1%. He knew what the possibilities were, because we were at war. He said that Mr. Trump was trying to make the same point in conversation with the widow of Sergeant David T. Johnson this week. Here's the full video and transcript of Mr. Kelly's remarks. Al Drago for The New York Times. 2. On Capitol Hill, Senator John McCain and 2 Democrats moved to force Facebook, Google and other internet companies to disclose who is purchasing political ads. The move comes, of course, in the wake of the revelations about Russian ad buying before the election. But the tech lobby is pushing back, and hard. Senators are preparing to stay up all night to vote on a budget blueprint, more than 2 weeks into the fiscal year they're supposed to be budgeting for. The plan has big implications for an overhaul of the tax code. Seth Wenig, Associated Press. 3. 2 former presidents made rare forays back into politics. George W. Bush delivered a speech in New York denouncing nationalism and coarsened politics that seemed aimed at President Trump. To renew our country, he said, we only need to remember our values. Barack Obama's agenda included appearances with Philip Murphy, the Democratic candidate for New Jersey governor, in Newark, and with Lt. Gov. Ralph Northam, the Democratic nominee for governor in Virginia. Jason Lavera's film Magic, via Getty Images. 4. Quentin Tarantino, the Hollywood director most closely tied to Harvey Weinstein, told our reporter had known for decades about the producer's alleged misconduct toward women, and feels ashamed he did not take a stronger stand. I knew enough to do more than I did, he said, citing episodes involving prominent actresses. I wish I had taken responsibility for what I heard. Tyler Hicks, New York Times. 5. Victory over the Islamic State in Syria and Iraq has come at a terrible cost. Drone footage and satellite images reveal mile after mile of damaged buildings, rubble-filled streets and destroyed landmarks. Above, a scene in Kobani, Syria. Our podcast The Daily examines an ominous question: is the Islamic State losing its war, or starting a new one? Samuel Aranda for The New York Times. 6. The Spanish government said it would convene an urgent cabinet meeting on Saturday and take emergency measures to halt Catalonia's secessionist drive. The latest salvo raises the possibility that Madrid could take over the economically vital region, which voted to secede in a referendum the central government deemed illegal. Sarah Krulwich, The New York Times. 7. Butterfly, a play inspired by the historical story of a long affair between a French embassy employee and a male Beijing opera singer who was also a spy, is being revived on Broadway. We spoke to 5 Asian American actors and playwrights about how David Henry Hwang's play, rich with the complications of gender identities, geopolitics and race, changed them. Alex Soth for The New York Times. 8. One of our most read articles this week is a Times Magazine piece about a young social psychologist, Amy Cuddy. You might recognize her from her viral TED Talk, Your Body Language May Shape Who You Are. She had played by all the rules and won big, with a best-selling book, successful speaking career and, until she left it, a prestigious post at Harvard. But a wave of criticism rattled her field, raising the possibility that vast amounts of research, even entire subfields, might be unreliable. And the critics put her under particularly vicious attack. Daniel Barahulik for The New York Times. 9. It's the Texas version of the African safari, the beautiful, controversial world of exotic game hunting ranches. They've become breeding grounds, and killing grounds, for rare, threatened or endangered species. At the Ox Ranch near San Antonio, Buttercup, above, is off-limits to hunters. But for $35,000 they can kill an African bongo antelope. CIA, via European press photo agency. 10. Finally, meet Lulu, the black Labrador retriever and free spirit who bucked expectations and flunked out of the CIA's explosive detection puppy class, in what our writer called a rare cutesy moment. Chia posted photos of Lulu and explained how it became clear that she just wasn't interested. They quickly went viral. Lulu now lives with her handler and spends her days playing with his kids. Well, miss Lulu, but it was right decision for her. We wish her all the best in her new life, the agency tweeted. Have a great night, blank. Your evening briefing is posted at 6 p.m. Eastern. And don't miss your morning briefing, posted weekdays at 6 a.m. Eastern, and your weekend briefing, posted at 6 a.m. Sundays. Want to catch up on past briefings? You can browse them here. If photographs appear out of order, please download the updated New York Times app from iTunes or Google Play. What did you like? What do you want to see here? Let us know at briefing@nytimes.com.